So the new Thor Love and Thunder, aka Thor 4 trailer is out, and we're going to discuss it. Before we do any of that stuff, please like, share, and subscribe. I'm sorry to skip straight to the end of the date, but I just need to make sure I'm going to see you again. I'm kind of like an obsessive lover that way. Please love me. But anyway, Thor, Love and Thunder. I gotta say, I'm really liking what I see here. This looks like a lot of fun. And the first thing that actually stands out to me, this is so Taika Waititi and it's done real well, where Thor is running. He's like a little kid and he's running through the woods. And every time he passes like a tree right in front of the camera, then as he pulls out, he's a completely older age. And they jump from little kid to teenager to your early Avenger to his modern Avenger form, and I think it's really clever and pretty cool. It's very reminiscent to the first Conan movie, where they take a little scrawny kid and they put him in front of a big wheel that produces water for them, and he has to walk around, and each time he keeps walking around, he's older by a couple of years and has more muscles, and he loops around, he's a teenager, and then he's like a young man, and he's getting jackeder and jackeder and jackeder, and finally the ultimate jackitude comes out, where he is Arnold Schwarzenegger, Conan the Barbarian. And it's hitting off of that 80s classic and the 80s vibe that the movie aesthetically and emotionally is trying to feel. Think of the music they're playing right here. I really like what they're pulling off to do. It's James Gunn-esque, but Taika Waititi and him kind of come from the same school of filmmaking. I'm very much into it. Now, the thing that upset me about the trailer is that they actually don't show Gore the God Butcher or any of his cohorts or any battles. And so that's why this is very much a teaser. It lacks actual trailer hood. And it's just kind of like a baby trailer, right? Because you got to see those money shots. High-end special effects or battle scenes. Don't show me the whole thing. Show two villains clashing. Show a villain doing something crazy. And this villain, Gore, I understand, is complete CGI. Even though it's Christian Bale playing him, it's going to be CGI. And from the looks of his toy, he does not actually look like he looks in the comic. He's very alien. He's very a mutant freak in the comic books. Doesn't look like they're going to go that route, and I think that is a big mistake. I think he looks too humanoid, too normal, and I hate it when they CGI a character when all they had to do was put on some white makeup. I mean, if they can have Voldemort, then they can do Gore the God Butcher, so don't mess it up. It's all hinging on whether he looks realistic or not. So I don't want to see any more of that, what is it, Dobby the Space Elf or House Elf? Whatever, it's all the same thing. They both look like morons. In general, speaking of looks, the film looks really good. Everything looks amazing from it. I think most of the styles, with the exception of Tessa Thompson, and my actual full thoughts on that, I think I put in a short, which you should link to after this. And then also Zeus. Zeus, that doesn't look like gold armor, and that ain't no lightning bolt in your hand. You are a dude carrying props from a Power Ranger movie. But I'm okay with it, because I understand, I think Olympus has a bigger part than actual Zeus himself, and this might open up the door for Hercules. It's going to be good, but everyone is looking good. I think it's very interesting that they chose to give Thor his late 90s Thunderstrike costume. And so when the mortal who wielded the hammer, Eric Masterson, the second one to wield it, loses the power of Thor, he still gets a magical hammer and goes around with a ponytail and a vest, calling himself Thunderstrike. So it's Thor, but it's not really Thor. It's this kind of weird thing. And in the comics, when Jane Foster wielded the power of Thor, not even Donald Blake, but Thor himself was just called the Unworthy. Didn't even have the name Thor. It was just some dude. Now, instead of doing Unworthy Thor, they're doing Thunderstruck, powered down Thor. It all works at the end of the day. Now, there is a weird conspiracy going on. Now everyone's obsessed with hidden, deleted characters that are in trailers. And someone brought this up in this image right here. Yes, it is strange. That really does look like it should capsulate at least 3 characters, and there are only 2 in there. So what's going on? People are suggesting someone's taken out, and my theory is it's Beta Ray Bill. Now, we're not sure how many more Thor movies this franchise can handle. It's no offense to Thor or anything, but I think that people might not have the attention span to see 5, 6, or 7 Thors. I'll keep going. I love me some Thor, especially done right. But they didn't start getting him right until Ragnarok. So I'm willing to start the trilogy over again with Ragnarok, with this, and then with whatever comes next. I'm into that idea. But not everyone is willing to do that. And we got to see how popular he remains with all these new characters kind of piling up in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So the question is, are they ready to drop Beta Ray Bill? Many would say no, but I would say if you include the Avengers films and the Thor trilogy he's already been in 7 movies. So this might actually be his 8th. I gotta recount, getting lost in all the Marvel madness. But I'm saying it's time to bring in Beta Ray Bill. Now, who's Beta Ray Bill? Beta Ray Bill is a horse alien, cybernetic warrior of his people. He has to fight Thor, and when someone who has the ability to duplicate any item they touches Thor's hammer, they create a duplicate of the hammer. And when Beta Ray Bill touches it, he gains the power of Thor too. So we have both Thor and him standing there. Now this is actually an interesting trend. Spider-Man just recently had one where there were 3 Spider-Men in it. There's going to be 3 Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange, Defender Strange, and then there's going to be Sorcerer Armani from What If. So the question is, will this movie also have 3 Thors? Jane Foster Thor, Thunderstrike, and Beta Ray Bill. If they do that, I will go nuts if they do 3 Thors. Oh my god! Woo! But I'm gonna stop acting like a weirdo and go on with this trailer. Trailer looks really good. Looks like there's a lot of soul searching. Taika Waititi is straight up on fire. One of my favorite things in the universe is What We Do in the Shadows. If you're not watching it, get on it, please. But he also does Our Flag Means Death. I love it less, but still very good. Please check it out. And Jojo Rabbit was an amazing movie. He has a couple of others. I'm not going to this is really about Thor, not him. But I think his work is good. And I think this movie is going to be quite worthy. But what are you hoping to see in there? What haven't you seen? What am I missing inside our trailer? It looks like they literally have scenes or like panels straight from the comic book. It looks utterly amazing. Thor, Love and Thunder trailer. What did you guys think about it? Is Beta Ray Bill coming? Is Hercules coming? What did you think of that burlap sack they call a suit that they put on Tessa Thompson? Please let me know down in the comments. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and keep tuning in to Voice of the Fat Mantis so we can discuss more reviews, trailers, shenanigans, and all the news that's fit to print. Until next time, ciao, my beautiful people.